Disclaimer, the following video has been marked as not made for kids, and as a result may contain some of the following. Viewer discretion is advised. And now that we have all that out of the way, let's pack it up, pack it in, and let this crap begin. Enjoy, you guys. Take care. Bye! Alright, so hey guys, as I said back when I did my last Maniac Mania stream, I decided I'm just going to try and do Maniac Mania mode in my own time. So this right here is just going to be a recording session of me having a go, seeing what I can do. I've just taken my second monitor and turned it off and taken the cord out, so I now only have one monitor. But it means my mouse doesn't move over to the second one and cause inconvenience like it's been doing so far. As of today, I've tried 3 times at this. And my closest was 4 AM on my second attempt, so we're just going to see if we can beat it. I'm not going to talk much. I've got my fan in the background for a reason, keep me nice and cool, and I'll do some post-commentary. Even when we beat it. So yeah, enjoy. IBM. We're doing good. Bugger. I all got out of control very, very quickly. Oh bugger, I just felt lemonade everywhere. It gets worse. God's sake.
Phase 1 was a success.
Hey everybody, it's Chaos here. So as I just said, yeah, this is the winning run of the FNaS Sonic's Maniac Mania mode, all 4250, and this right here is just a post-commentary about me going over my experience of this run. Just trying to give a few points to you guys regarding what I picked out from it, the main focuses, and the big threats too, for any of you guys who want to beat 4250 mode. This night was overall much easier than I thought it was. The biggest problem I had going into this was I was concerned regarding the power use of this night, because from a lot of people I've seen play this, they've had to go ahead and use the recharge option during the night to keep themselves maintained. So I was concerned that since the option was in the game, and most games who have this option on higher difficulties, they more or less require you to use them to win. I was going in thinking that I'm going to play it, see how far I get, and then probably need to build up using the recharge option later on. But as it turns out, I didn't actually have to use it. At the end of this run, I actually had 10% power left when I last checked the cameras, and that was about 10 seconds before I beat the run, beat the whole thing. So if you play well and manage your power efficiently, you're going to have plenty of power by the end of it, as it turns out. And even then, I did make plenty of mistakes in this run. I think there were times when I could hear Toymare in the vents, or at least I thought I heard Toymare in the vents. So I closed it out of panic, despite the fact he didn't actually pop in. And then I obviously hear him later on, and I have to close it again, or keep it closed if it was already. And granted, you don't have to wait too long for him to go away again, but that's power being wasted there. And I did that, I think, like once or twice it felt like in that night, because I was just so anxious about losing. But despite that, it still worked really well. So power consumption isn't a problem. If you play well in this and manage it effectively, you're not going to struggle with it. You're going to have enough power by the end of it. It's just about how you use it and how you focus on the big threats. Speaking of the big threats, I want to talk about the beginning of the game, because this is where I think the big boost in your power really comes from. From all the runs I've been doing, especially in my live streams, I've always prioritized trying to get my power to 100% just as Balloon Toad introduces the other characters, the other like 6, 7, however many I don't freaking know. That point there, to me, is like the last proper option to get your power as high as possible before just everything is thrown at you. And even then, that doesn't actually always work, because some runs, the Shadow Sonics will move around a bit, and FNaS 1 Golden Sonic can sometimes pop in the generator before you even get a chance to do it, and obviously if he is in the generator and you touch it, you lose the option entirely. So there are some runs where starting at the beginning will be different. Sometimes there's no Golden Sonic in there at all, which is the best one. Sometimes FNaS 1 Gold Sonic is in there, which is a bit annoying because you can't touch it for too long. And then sometimes FNaS 1 Sonic arrives at the door literally as soon as Toad introduces the characters, and in most situations you don't have 100% power by then, so a lot of the runs I had where I died to FNaS 1 Sonic was because I was still trying to get my power to 100%, and then by the time that Toad really saw the characters, I had no time to go back and shut the doors because they were already in. At least one of them were either Mighty or Sonic. So yeah, essentially, some runs can go better in the beginning, and then sometimes they can go worse, and that's just something to keep an eye on. The best runs are when FNaS 1 Gold Sonic, Shadow Sonic, and FNaS 1 Sonic aren't at the doors or their respective places to screw you over. That's essentially the best bit. Now, regarding characters who will be a threat to you during the night as a whole, there is quite a number of them, and a lot of them fall under the category of either being a Golden Sonic or being a character that requires you to listen a bit. FNaS 1 Tails is a big problem because if you don't hear when he runs, you can very often get lost in the doors a lot of the time, and considering the fact you need to maintain as much power as possible, you don't want to keep doors closed in fear that he may attack one of them. You want to make sure you try and know which door it is specifically that he's at. And obviously with all the flashing lights and the noises going everywhere, it can be really hard to do that. So yeah, regarding the audio side of things, keep an ear out for FNaS 1 Tails, Nightmare as well if you need to keep an extra ear out for him too. Keep an ear out for the Nightmare characters as well. Honestly, the Nightmare characters aren't that big of a threat, especially since it take a while to kill you should the door be left open. And I will be honest, I did take a bit of a risk with a lot of these, leaving the door completely open because the Nightmare character was there. Despite the fact I think another character could have also been there and snuck in if I wasn't careful enough. So a lot of this was me taking big chances as well. If there was a Nightmare character there, I would leave the door open for much longer just because I assumed they're the only one to be a threat, despite the fact someone else could be there too. So yeah, there were a few bits where I was being a bit risky with all that, but they paid off in the end, honestly, and considering the fact you can hear them as well, it's not too much of an issue with them. The only thing you need to remember though, which kind of goes into my next point, is the Golden Sonics. Nightmare Golden Sonic from FNaS 4 and Shadow Sonic are also a bit of a threat, which is where the plushie, the Origin Sonic plushie, comes into big use. If you don't already have that plushie for some reason, absolutely buy it. It is an incredible tool that obviously indicates if there is a Golden Sonic around you who is going to be in your threat. These ones being Origin Sonic, Nightmare Golden Sonic, Shadow Sonic, and also the FNaS 3 Golden Sonic as well if he's under your desk. But anyway, the rest of it just really comes to remembering what the characters do and just listening out for them in general. There's a lot of big threats obviously, and I hope I've highlighted some of them, but a lot of the others just kind of come with experience, and by the time you get here, if you played for the game as intended, you should know how every character works and should be able to keep in memory of it, because by the end of it, it's just remembering what characters do and where to deal with them in the end. So it's just about putting all that knowledge together, thinking about how it goes out, which areas you need to focus on the most, and just practice. You probably won't get this done the first time. Obviously it didn't happen to me, it didn't happen to most other people, but if you keep at it enough, you will come out victorious, you will win it, you will be in a position like I am right now. So yeah, that's really it guys for my advice. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let's watch the winnings, shall we? Sounds like a good plan. Alright, see you in a bit. Yes! Oh my lord, and I didn't even power out as well. I actually managed to manage it. I probably woke up somebody doing that. It was a bit loud for my own tastes, but just don't tell anybody. Oh boy, alright, hello there, mate. Finally beat your bloody challenge.
You have conquered the greatest challenge within this little game you were playing.
You are incredibly quiet, my good sir.
Congratulations. Are you expecting a reward?
Well, considering that it is 5 to 1 in the morning, I just shouted incredibly loud and probably woke someone up as a result, I would love something. And also I've dedicated like 4 streams to you, so you know that'd be kind of nice as well personally. I will be entirely honest.
Luckily for you, after watching you finish that little arcade machine just now, I decided that maybe you need to know what's going on here. And yes, all that stuff you just experienced, an arcade machine. Right behind me, in fact.
Mm-hmm. All a work of fiction.
I'll give you time to... Hey, damn it. Careful with my DDR machine.
Sorry, Doc.
Sorry, Doc. I didn't mean to mess up the DDR machine.
Okay.
Choose wisely.
Now, a lot of these are just like jokey questions. There are... Hang on. How do I check the other question? Use left and right to change page of questions. So what's your story actually gives us story elements, which I think I know most of them, but I'm gonna make sure this is my priority.
Well, there's a lot to it. I'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
My life as a simple clone in 1991 affects details. I was just a clone made to entertain.
Yeah, but you're Eggman though, aren't you? You're Eggman who possessed a golden Sonic, who then dematerialized and was all the golden Sonics we fought against. And was then this foot. I don't know. Anyway, please continue.
I was a messed up clone. Wrong color, wasn't made right, different voice. I was an odd one, but after a few days I saw myself in the future. The well-known fight of 91 happened.
Mm-hmm.
After that, the first place got closed down. If there's more you need to know, ask again.
Okay, guess I'll ask again.
Alright.
Don't know how much is like a part of this option, but we'll take a look.
I was stuck by myself, left forgotten for over 24 years.
I think this is reference to FNaS 3, I think? I don't know.
That was before the SHPP franchise started, when they made
It's like Hero Pizza Palace.
I was sent there as well.
This is FNaS 1 actually, I think.
But of course, I wasn't used, so I was just practically left there and forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Even after that first place closed down, I was moved again to the second SHPP, and I was still not used.
So, the second game.
Let's just say, I grew tired of that and tried to sneak around, only to be seen by visitors at least once or twice. So I wasn't able to come out much, but after Amy had seen me there while working, I couldn't let her say anything. I ended up killing her when she worked overtime.
Oh, Amy was on the night guards, was she? Maybe the one in FNaS 2. This is the thing with this franchise, right? Like, as much as the gameplay was always very similar to Scott's work, the story was really interesting. Like, that's the big thing that I think FNaS does really good over a lot of the other games, like all the other FNAF fan game franchises. It has a really interesting story, which is why I chose this option, because I need to friggin' understand it.
If there's more you need to know, ask again.
I'm really scared to go out of my room now with that noise I made earlier. Just people waiting at the door, just why? Okay.
10 years after the second SHPP closed down, the third was being made.
So this is FNaS 3?
I was shoved in the storage room in the back with the toys. Needless to say, things started happening there.
Okay.
All I can remember is that the clones got killed, and Sonic killed Eggman before he got killed himself.
Yeah, this is FNaS 3.
Either way, my body had been possessed, and I was now just Eggman,
Yep.
Golden Sonic.
Okay, this is definitely FNaS 3.
There's more you need to know. Ask again.
Yep.
Years.
Sorry if I'm not doing the funny ones, but I want to know the story. I've had to work 3 odd streams on this mode in particular to get here, so please let me have my moment. Big 5 within the third SHPP building. So this is still FNaS 3. This is the end of that game, I think.
Only for him to have already built his friends back up, so he wasn't staying dead for long.
This is FNaS... Is this FNaS 4 with the toy mare, is it? I don't know.
To slowly melt until I became practically a shadow of my former self.
This is a reference to Shadow Sonic, which is technically a Golden Sonic.
To make sure everything lined up well enough for the future to still work out.
Right.
I finally decided to confront those damn clones once and for all.
Oh god, this time travel stuff. This is what makes it confusing.
Building a robotic army, I, now known as Dr. Golden, had decided to take over the world and bring those clones down with it. Finally, that stupid establishment.
So, did he go back in time to sort himself out to not just become Shadow Sonic, and instead Dr. Golden, I guess? I don't know.
That franchise that kept on forgetting me, it would be gone. Gone for good.
So he's thinking more in the minds of the character itself, not Eggman, from what I'm seeing of this. So it's not like Eggman is just using the body. It's Eggman possessed it, but it's like following the mindset of the Golden Sonic rather than just Eggman.
That's my goal. But as for how I'm carrying that out, I can't tell you. That's a surprise for another day.
Okay. Let's go to gas again.
I don't have any more to say to you on that.
Okay, so that's it. Now we can find the stupid questions, such as, what gave you the idea to turn the toys evil? Are you attracted to any of the clones of toys? How do you feel about resembling your greatest enemy? Okay, let's see. Well, we know who he is. Why is he evil? There's got to be some negative energy in the world, right? Which of the toys do you like the least? I've got 8 questions of this to ask.
I'd probably choose Toy Tales. Ever since I rebuilt the toys with their own minds, she hasn't left me alone.
Okay.
She basically acts like a stalker to me, and thinks I like her more than the rest of the toys.
Is this why she was like a freaking exclusive from Balloon Toad? I don't know. Which toy was easiest to rebuild?
Sonic barely changed him, and to be honest, most of the ideas were his to begin with. He's pretty interesting. He seems to think of random stuff all the time.
Sounds like me. 2 peas in the pot. What do you think of recolors?
They just weird me out. It's like it doesn't make an entirely new character if you look pretty much exactly like someone else apart from color. Then you act different from them. It could be confusing. Wait, hold on.
This goes for a lot of things. She's like, yes, it's my own original character, and it's just like, oh, it's so-and-so, but he's red. It's like, cool. Well done. If you weren't evil, what kind of business would you open?
The electronics store. I'd beat all the competition when it comes to phone and computers. Imagine a PC with 1 terabyte of RAM.
Probably exceeds that somewhere in the world.
You could play any game like that.
I think I just heard a buzzing sound, but I can't tell. Actually, hang on, let me turn my fan off. I just realized that's still on. I apologize, you guys have been hearing it. Okay, so... What's your favorite anime?
My favorite anime? I barely watch shows to begin with, but JoJo makes for some nice references and such.
Very much so. I would agree. I need to watch part 5. I finished part 4, went back to watch part 3 a bit, and then just kind of stopped when I got to about halfway through the 2nd season of part 3. Do you have the right to be called Doctor?
Yes, I've got a PhD in destruction.
Right.
It's a real thing, I promise. Not a random image I printed off the internet and put somewhere in my castle.
Yeah, and I have a PhD in babbling random nonsense that apparently comes out as funny, called humor. So, yeah, I don't know about the legitimateness of that. I didn't think that's a weird word. Hang on. Anyway, what energy source do your robots run off of? Do you play any video games?
Among my favorites are Smash Ultimate, Sonic Mania, and, well, DDR for one. But I've also looked at the Persona series from time to time.
I can't tell if there's like a personal look into one of the members of Team Cyatix's loves and likes. Who knows? How'd you get the Phantom Ruby?
Minerals from deep within the earth.
I don't know if this is actually Sonic Mania stuff. I know the Phantom Ruby exists, but I thought it just got dug up, so
The Chaos
I don't know.
Super Emeralds and the Master Emerald. And months of time, I was able to create a ruby capable of altering reality itself to an extent. I'm still figuring out how to get it to work properly, but I know what I need to know by now.
Right.
Alright.
That just kind of sounds like the thing a child would make. It's like, yes, it's the strongest thing possible. It has the power of everything all together. It's unbeatable. So, yeah, you have your emerald, but I have, it's used with the power of your emerald and this emerald. Anyway.
Honestly, I didn't have to tell you one bit of anything. But hey, you took the time to get here, so I'll play fair this once.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Dr. Gon.
Get out of here. I have some clothes to prepare for.
And that's it. Series to be concluded in Rock Clones, which I don't know when that comes out, but I know it's been in development for an incredibly long time and looks incredibly good. FNaS Sonic's Maniac Mania. Hang on, let me just sit back and just, like, give this game a round of applause that it friggin' deserves, because holy hell, dude. What a game. Seriously, what a freaking game. This has been in development for an incredibly long amount of time. The developers have had to go through so much BS from people just for it to come out. And it feels bad to an extent that it's out, because it just means people who were complaining got what they wanted. But at the same time, it's like, I can see why people really wanted it, because oh my god, this was such an amazing game. This was incredible. Holy hell, dude. It's honestly hard for me to think of a FNAF game of play that has this much character in it. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of, you know, really good models out there. People like Mickey can make some really good models these days. But like, I'm regarding where FNAF is a very serious series in a lot of situations. Hang on a second, I think I just need to check this bit, because there I am, Chaos Space Gamer. I'm in the special thanks list. I did one video on this before it came out in the demo, and that's all I did, but apparently I'm to be thanked for. Anyway, I really do appreciate it, guys. I'm not complaining, I really do appreciate it. You know, this is a game that has so much personality in it, from the characters, the animation as well, loads of it there. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff we didn't see. Like, I really want to go back and look at some of the camera shots of it, because, you know, the characters just doing what they want to do most of the time. Like, our Origin Sonic, for example, was just walking around doing a bunch of, you know, meaningless stuff. He's having fun and stuff like that. The character is just huge. Even from Lefty Sonic in the shop and, like, the tutorial we got, too. The game is just oozing with personality. The animation is just beautiful, and now is this a Rock Clone Caesar? I guess so. Those are definitely the sprites, I think. Now we're back to the menu, I'm guessing. But no, I mean, the game was just incredible. The art style was the biggest thing I saw from this game, and the biggest thing I friggin' love. The characters, their personalities, how it's all been conveyed within the art style itself. But obviously the game itself was also amazing. I thought it did a really good job of introducing each aspect of the game to the player. And on top of that, also did a really good job at, you know, regarding staying true to the series. Because one thing about Scott's game that a lot of people have commented on, and I do also see why people do it and have a bit of an issue with it as well, is that a lot of characters have different mechanics in Ultimate Custom Night in comparison to the original games. This game, obviously, it makes cuts here and there, but so many characters have their exact same mechanic from the game they were from. Like, you know, Phantom Tails, he appears in the room, you look at him, he startles you and makes your ventilation go out. Yoshi, I think Yoshi did what character? I think it was Chica in FNaS, or FNAF 3, sorry, when they appear on the monitor, which obviously wasn't to the exact same in this game, but it still emulates the same idea, which is freaking cool. Tails is obviously still a Foxy-like character. Sonic is still at the door, including with Mario and Yoshi. They all stuck true. The toy Wither characters, the mask, still a big thing. The Nightmare characters they had a bit of a change, I think, because if I recall in the original game, you had to hide under a desk to get rid of them. Where in this game, it's just, you know, shut the door to stop them from coming through. The Golden Sonics, from what I recall, were the exact same. You got shine the light on the doors to not let them come in, including Origin Sonic, who could come from every single direction, which, again, was in here too. And, like, holy hell, dude, that's really cool. And I also like how Balloon Toad wasn't just put a random character in like DD was. I like how there was like special characters that Balloon Toad would put into the game to make it a bit more spicy. And Max would always put all the characters in on the highest difficulty, which we had to go through. It's beautiful. I really enjoyed this game. I'm saying it like I'm dumb because you do have more stuff you can do. There is like lab mode, and then there's like an even harder version of it, and you kind of need to do those to get the Phantom Ian boss at the end and then lock him as a character. I don't think I'm going to go that far, personally. As much as I've enjoyed this game, I don't want to put myself on, you know, a requirement to beat the whole thing just to go against Phantom Meme, because as much as it's cool and stuff, it requires a lot. You know, the achievements list in itself, there's a lot of stuff I still have to do, and I don't want to keep playing this game and overplaying it to the point I just don't enjoy it anymore. I want to kind of cap it off where I am at a point where I'm just super fulfilled with it and just had a really good time. So essentially a lot of stuff's for Pride anyways, and I wanted to get this done. I wanted to see the credits, see that I was credited for, because I saw it in, I did see ahead of time that I was in the special thanks list, but I just wanted to get to the end, cap off what was the big thing with this game that I've been pushing for the entire thing, and we did it. I set out to do what I wanted to do, and I'm personally happy with that. So hopefully you guys are right with that as well. There's plenty of other people who've gone through the harder modes. Bud's done it. Plenty of other people have probably done it as well. Maybe even you guys. Most likely you guys, because you're probably so much better than me. But yes, final thoughts again. Friggin' love this. Actually, wait, hang on.
Hi, Luigi.
I forgot, because I beat that, I have 999 coins, so... that makes me leave. Hang on, not what I want to do.
Welcome to my shop.
Okay, got it, Lefty. Hang on. So if I go to the complete end, boom.
Wait, that's a lot of rings. Wow. Could you give me a second to myself, please?
Yep. She sounds quite shocked, but she seems pretty happy about it. Okay, so that actually got us lab mode by doing that, but if I go back to the shop, out of stock. And there's a little note on here, I think. Because you did so well, I wanted to leave you something special. Here's some special behind-the-scenes stuff I managed to get my hands on. Some of it is pretty funny too. Actually, I think I need to look at the letter itself. But either way, there's behind the scenes. So, how do I look? Help? Oh. Oh, maybe it's like in a menu or something. Okay, let me just check the letter. Dear Luigi, hiya. If you're looking for my shop, I am sad to say we are out of business. Thank you though, Luigi, as you have always been one of my favourite employees. You're a nice guy, always meant well, and always did good. Not only that, but you kickstarted me into something even bigger by shopping from me. So with that, I am officially moving on from the Sonic Zero Pizza Palace brand. Not only am I leaving forever, but I've decided to go on my own adventure. A new life. Maybe make new friends and start my own location. My own world even. This is the last you'll hear from me in this... well, I don't know if I've... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, cool. I can like move it up. Okay, that helps. So that's you'll hear from me in this series. Until then, hopefully one day we'll meet up and catch up. We'll always be the best of friends. Lefty Sonic. Oh, dude. Oh, love letter, by the way. I've seen people like interpreting it as a love letter. But that, I don't think that is. I think it's just a nice letter of thanks. Anyway, so that should be it now. I guess I'll look at lab mode before we finish off. So again, this is all the characters on 50. And you also got the aggressive mode where characters are twice as fast, which is wonderful, and unlimited visibility as well. And also Balloon Toad's an asshole. That's another thing to consider as well. Did I actually say what he does? Because I know he has like an extra mechanic in this. He lost all his roster and he's not happy about it. When he appears, punch him in his face. After enough times, he'll go away. If you have to punch him enough, you'll face his wrath. Yeah, so he has a different mechanic. But I'm not going to do that. I just don't want to. I've done what I need to do. I've beaten the all max mode and I'm happy with that. So, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this. I know this is a long video, a lot of just me talking and playing through this game and screaming at the top of my lungs. But I really do appreciate you guys sticking around. Especially if you guys were here for the streams I've been doing on this game, as I've been trying to make my way up to all max mode. Really do appreciate it. Very, very fortunate how well you guys. Really am happy. But yeah, I freaking love this game. If you guys haven't played it for yourself, it's in the description below. Be sure to go check it out, as well as the Game Drop page in general, and all the rest of the stuff that Team Sanix do. There's a lot of great games there. And yeah, till then, hope you all enjoyed. I have been Chaos. You've been the episode 1 Florence, as you always are. To the side, remember the usual, like you enjoyed the video, dislike you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Maybe go follow me on Twitter for updates and stuff, because in case you don't know me by now, inconsistency is my quality. There's various links in the description below, my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, stuff like that. Most importantly, 4 things guys, take care, everybody. Sayonara!